right. So, good evening, everyone. Trust everyone's having an amazing day. If you are here for the very first time for one of our Facebook Lives, I encourage you to let us know that you're here. Type a number one. Okay, type a number one in the comment so we can actually acknowledge you for being here with us this evening. And what I'm going to do is just introduce to you very quickly our special guest that's going to be joining us this evening. This individual I have so much respect for. She is a life coach. She's in the health and wellness arena as a health and wellness coach, and she combines yoga and meditation to mentor, coach, and guide individuals all across the globe on self-love, self-care, and mindful transformation through a healthy, balanced lifestyle, and to achieve a happy and fulfilled life. So I can't think of a better individual this evening to introduce to you my good friend Shilpi Chanda. Shilpi, welcome.
Thank you, Gordon. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm like super excited. I always see your interviews, and today I'm here. It's like awesome feeling for me. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. It means a lot to me.
Well, likewise, I know you are extremely busy. You're building your business. You as a VIP member here at Atlanta for Success, and you've been showcasing a lot of our members and authors and participating in our International Women's Day. In fact, this past weekend for 4 hours, it was a marathon. You were one of the chief guests at an event that happened live on Zoom in India. So I want to jump right into this show before folks who are watching. Share with us who is Shelby. Give us a little bit of insight into who you are.
This is such a broad question for me. I don't like. It'll take hours for me to define who Shilpi is.
Yeah.
But if I have to just say in for me, I think Shilpi is happy. Shilpi smile. Shilpi is uh, grateful. Shilpi is blessed. Shilpi is powerful. Shilpi is all smiles. Shilpi is friend. Shilpi is a giver. Shilpi is everything and also nothing. For me, I am like as extraordinary as possible, and I feel myself I'm that special and the chosen one as I can. So for me, I just love myself. I'm so much my favorite that it's so difficult for me to say who I am, in just a
Yeah.
sentence or two.
Well, what about what is your professional background prior to here, prior to getting to here now? What did you do? Like what is your professional background?
That's a very interesting question. No one asks me that question. From where did I was in communication first. I did my studies in computers, but then I was very interested in communication. So I went into communication. And after that, I was so intrigued with dance has been dance, yoga. This has been since childhood I've been doing. I'm a trained dancer. I have been trained in two forms of dances, Indian dances, and one is classical and one is non-classical. And I have been teaching people dance, and I have been so super excited with that. But as time went by, I just felt the need for me to learn more, to give more, and maybe then I slowly, transformed. There is more story to it, but I'm just keeping it short. So from communication, I went to dance was always there in my life. Dance, yoga was always there in my life, but as time graduated, I think I brought life coaching and health coaching more into my life. As a dancer, I was again into makeup and all, but then slowly I realized that you need to have certification to even say that. My friends would ask me, Shilpi, teach me makeup and all those stuff, but then I felt no, I don't have certificate. So I got two certificates in that. I'm like, okay, now I can teach people, how to do makeup, though even I knew. But then, so slowly, maybe with time, I graduated, and all the passion that I have for different things transferred into a professional, what should I say, venture for me.
Wow, that's incredible. So, I mean, that's quite a jump, right? From computers, you're saying, right? Computers and communications to you today, helping people with self love and self care.
Absolutely.
Why do you why do you think you made that jump?
Um, Honestly, like when I was doing my dance and all those stuff, this wasn't something that I felt unfulfilled. It wasn't that
Mm,
I felt that I needed something more. But when, like my friends and my colleagues, they all trust me so much and always would come with, so problems or something they want to discuss with me. And I felt maybe I need some more knowledge, and like I was seeing my daughter when she was born. I just felt I had to be a better example for her, you know life coaching I learned. And then when I saw that she was one person, she would take me as a role model. So
mm,
I had kind of health complications or issues kind of stuff, and I would take painkillers, and I'm like, I'm good. But then once I saw her face, I felt, oh my god, she's gonna just learn that. She would feel that taking
wow.
a pill is an
So
easier way
this
out
is your
to.
daughter. This is your daughter.
Yes,
And
yes.
how old was she at the time when this
She
happened?
was just newborn. She was just
Newborn. Okay.
newborn. Yeah, and
Wow.
I had complications and all those stuff, and I was taking painkillers and I was just taking things easy. But then I realized, no, I had a better choice to make, and slowly I think I started the health and wellness coaching as well.
Yes.
The journey, the training, it was a rigorous training. I had to, I first started like okay, slowly, but then the things, it was like a box. I would open and it would grow bigger. It would
Wow.
just grow bigger and bigger, and now I feel like the health and wellness and all the dimensions of life, it's all merging together, and it's becoming so beautiful in my life as well.
That's incredible. And again, for the folks who are just dropping in right now, thank you so much for being here with Shilpi and myself. If you're here for the first time, please again, type a one in the comment so Shilpi and I can acknowledge you for being here. And look, if you're brave enough to perhaps even type your name in the comment and where you're from, we would love to hear where you're coming in from. And I just want to once again share with you that I have so much respect for Shilpi. She not only has transitioned right from her past career into becoming a life coach, but also a health and wellness coach, and the fact that she's now combined yoga, meditation, and dance, that's pretty cool, right? And her purpose now is to help guide individuals like all around the world, right, on self-love, self-care, mindful transformation, and so on. And so if you have any questions at all for Shilpi tonight as well, please type them in the comment. Okay, we're going to try our best to have Shilpi answer some of the questions, and if not, I'm sure Shilpi will circle back to the comments later and answer some of the questions you may have. So Shilpi, self care and self love. What is that all about? Like, why that topic? Do you think there's a huge problem today?
I am not a problem oriented person. I'm
I
more
don't mean
like,
you yourself. I just mean like in general. Like,
yeah, yeah. In even
are
in
people
general, like
struggling with self
when,
love and self
yeah.
care?
Before I answer that question, I would like to
Okay,
ask everyone just for one moment. Just think what life is. What is life? This,
what is life?
right?
Wow,
What is life? Like you are here, so there is life. You are not here, so there is no life. So life begins with you and ends with you.
wow,
And if you are life and you keep saying, life is this, life is that, it's all you. That means we are the one who has to take care of like we have to take utmost care of ourselves. There is nothing, there is absolutely no one who can take care of you as you can. So I think the whole point of being is actually self love. When the self love overflows, that is when it would flow to all around, the people all around you, and then the world becomes happier and a beautiful place, more beautiful place rather. So
wow.
for me, I think if we are the starting and the ending point of our lives, then I think the most important thing is self love and self care. If you're not taking care of yourself, then there is no life.
Mm,
What are we talking about then? What is more important than life? What is more important than yourself then? So
wow.
for me, I think self love and self care is the tools that leads to happiness.
That's amazing.
Again and again, we would say happiness is within, that is generated within. So again, everything accumulates and it's self. So
Wow.
for me, that is why maybe I choose self love and self care.
Okay, so I assume that the two are different, right? Self love and self care.
Yes.
So what would be a strategy? So if someone is watching right now,
Hmm.
and they're having a challenge like with self love, what's causing it, and what's the solution? Would you recommend?
Honestly, I would say for everyone, the situation is different because
Eh,
no two individuals are same.
mm,
Everyone has gone through their life's experiences and has become the person that they are. So if I can suggest only one solution, it could fit one person, but it won't
Yeah.
fit everyone because everyone is not the same.
So
But
so give us one example of maybe some someone's actually having difficulty with self love. What would be one example?
uh, I think you would find everything as a problem. Everything would sound a problem. You would seek acceptance, you would seek love and care and everything from everyone else.
Yeah.
Because until unless this cup is full, you'll always try to fill it from outside, you
Right.
will think
Right.
that this person doesn't love me, this person doesn't respect me, this person, this is the problem, my car doesn't start at the right time,
Yeah.
the color of my car should have been red and
Nobody
it's
loves
blue.
me. Everybody hates me. Everybody's
Yeah,
against
all kind of
me.
things you can put n number of things. If you
Hmm.
don't have self love, you'll have all n number of things. And
Wow.
one big example I would say for me is if I put others first.
Hmm.
If you cannot prioritize yourself first, that means there is a lack of self love. If you
Wow.
think my work is important, my family is important, my child is important, my n number of things are important and not you,
Yeah.
that's a sign. I think for myself, I'm not saying for everyone, but for
Yes.
myself, I think that's a sign that I'm not following self love.
Love it. Love it. So we got to love ourselves first, right? Before we can eat,
Absolutely.
before we can help others. So self care. So you mentioned about prioritizing for ourselves first. What do you mean by self care? Because
Yeah,
so I see somebody like yourself. You're always trying to take care of somebody else first. Like you have such a big heart, right? I mean, how many people watching can relate to that? They either yourself or somebody you're always thinking of taking care of somebody else first, and then we get burned out sometimes, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think for me, I think I'm on that ground. I really follow self love so much, and I think I always try to prioritize myself. It's not like my child. I always give this example. If my child is hungry and I'm hungry, people say, "Whom will you choose?" I say, "Why
Mhm.
to choose? Both are human beings. Let's serve them together." So
Right.
for my logic, for me, the logic is as simple as that. Treat yourself and others equal. You don't have to treat others special and just demean yourself, and you just feel like, okay, my God, everyone is beneath me and I'm someone. You don't have to do that. Just love yourself. I always give this example again, like when you're slicing an apple at home, make equal pieces. It doesn't have to, everyone needs nutrition. Don't like bereft yourself from the nutrition that your body needs.
Yeah.
Like especially the human woman folks, we have a tendency of just sacrificing our peace and giving it to our child or our husband or our guest or everyone. I think why not
Right.
start from that very beginning, just cut those things in equal halves and bring those numbers in equal halves, count yourself in. Don't
Love
count yourself out. I think that is so important for me. Yeah.
love it. Shilpi, there's a couple comments here. Paul Joseph. Paul is actually a author in volume 2,
Mm-hmm.
Minded for
Mm-hmm.
Success, and he's actually, I believe, a co-author with you as well in volume 3, Landed for
Oh,
Success, which I'd
wow.
love to talk about in a minute. And I believe Paul's like he's he's like probably 4, 5, 6 hours like north, like way up north in Canada, where it's actually I don't even know how far north it is. Like, and he's watching right now. And I think he mentioned about being a makeup artist. So he said, hopefully she can make me pretty. And I also see Swapna's on here as well, and she says, "Yes, wonderful. Life begins here with us and ends with us." So thank you for the folks who are watching again. This is my good friend Shilpi Chanda. Not only is she a VIP member here at Atlanta for Success, but she's going to be a best-selling author with us as well. Why don't we jump into that, Shilpi? You are going to be contributing a story in our collaboration of quite a number of authors who are going to be sharing their story and Land for Success Untold Stories. Why did you choose to share one of your stories in our book?
Thank you for asking this question. Do you mind if I take a little bit of more time? Then I don't know.
Absolutely. This is your show. This is your time.
Okay, to begin with, I think I actually was writing two books that is not yet done. I don't know when it will be done. So I was writing in 2020, I started writing two books. And from some sources, I got to know Jay, and I cannot thank that man enough, and you and Leader for Success for bringing so much of, what should I say, giving a platform here, not only online but offline as well to all the individuals. I don't know how much people benefit out of it. I'm not vouching for anyone. I'm telling my story, please.
Right.
But I'm telling you, like when I was asked about this, I just felt, oh my God, it was like a God sent thing to me, because I wanted to be an author. I wanted to write and sharing my story because no one asked my story. And I was like, oh my God, I have an opportunity to write my story. And when you say why landed for success, I don't know any other.
Mm,
I don't know any other. Now, if you ask me, Shilpi, go and Google and find me five, I would. But
mm,
why would I? Because
right.
when I can sit here and I know that I'm doing work with the best of people, why would I go and knock my head on a wall and go and find something else? Because I think the first and important thing is to be satisfied with what you have. I'm not saying that there won't be better opportunities in my life. Maybe there'll be so many places that I could write books.
Yes.
But Landed for Success is a great start for me. I can say that for myself.
It
So
is a
what?
wonderful start, isn't it? And we've already had
Absolutely,
20 to 30 authors, 30, 40 authors now from book one, two, and three. And
absolutely,
everyone has a different story, in
absolutely.
different walks of life, different stories. But why was it important though for you to share to tell one of your stories? So why was that important?
Why sharing my story is important? I think the most important thing is for me to express what I feel. If I
Mm,
can express what I feel, I'm not writing. First, I when I started the thought of writing, I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna change lives. I'm gonna do so many things. People will read and will be like, oh my God, gaga about my story. But slowly, when the thought of writing, sank in me, I felt like, no, I was not writing for anyone else.
yeah,
I think this journey that I'm going to make is going to make me a better person, make me, self reflect and
right.
make me help understand myself better. What a
Well,
great
that,
tool.
that's interesting, show because we have some authors who have said that while they're writing their story, it's an incredible healing process for themselves.
Absolutely.
So why,
Absolutely.
why do you think why do you think that is? Like you being a life coach as well, and right? Why do you think that why do you think it does that for somebody when they're writing their story?
I think when we have any kind of not only story, maybe some trauma, some pain, some happiness, something in us,
Yes.
and we keep stored in us. What happens, happy stories we usually, like, in a second maybe we just say someone, and that too not the full thing, because no one has time these days to listen to us the full
Yes.
story. And it keeps inside us, it's like a burden that you have in your chest. And when you can express that, when you can share that, I think just transmuting your all those feelings into a story is in itself a beautiful thing.
Well,
the
that's
the legacy that you leave, I just wonder when my daughter will be my age, she's going to take that book, she's going to hold and she's going to open and she'll say, what my mom had, that what thought process she had when she was of this age.
That's
What
incredible.
beautiful
Wow.
thing that would be, so
Wow.
for
Your
me this.
story can become a legacy. That's powerful as
Absolutely.
well.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This story could be my legacy for my daughter. So it's not only one thing that she's gonna cherish, but it's gonna be one of the beautiful, like one of the most beautiful things that I would be, she
Yeah,
would be having to cherish,
that's
even when I'm not there.
amazing. Shilpi, I was going to mention if anybody's watching and you're a friend of Shilpi's and you're thinking, I have a story. So here at Landing for Success, we believe if you have a story, we want to know, right? And if you have a story, we want to help you publish it. So if you're thinking, okay, you know, I, I may want to be a contributing author with Shilpi, then please reach out to Shilpi. On the bottom here, you'll see how you can connect with Shilpi. Just go to landingforsuccess.com/Shilpi Chanda, and you're going to be able to connect with her with all the different platforms she's on, and find out from Shilpi like what would it take for you to become an author with us if you're willing to make an investment in yourself, and really, all you have to do is write 1,000 words rough draft, just a rough draft in 1,000 words, and then we have an editor that will help you polish up your story for you. Shilpi, what's really interesting is not only have you made a decision to dive in with both feet and be an author with us, but you actually invited two of your sisters.
Absolutely.
All right. We're thinking maybe we should come up with series for Land for Success for families.
It might be a good idea because um, the emotions, the feelings that you can share with your family, with your siblings, it's totally different when you're sharing with your friends or someone else. And honestly, we three sisters are like friends. I wouldn't say like friends, we are friends. We
That's
fight, we chat, we cherish each other, and we celebrate each other. It's going to be such a wonderful moment for us to be co-authors in the same book. I'm looking forward to it.
that's amazing. And so, why was it important for you though, as well, to you guys are such good friends, but the same. Why is that important for you to have both your sisters to be part of this amazing best-selling series?
Honestly, I think I love doing things with my sisters, and they are not just my sisters. They are individuals who have done things in their life. They have their own stories. If I get the chance to share my story, I would always want them also. And they are not they are smart, intelligent adults who make choices. They
Yeah.
have their stories to share. And when they were offered, when I asked them, like, do you want, and they were like, yes, absolutely, because even they have beautiful stories. They have gone through life, and they have seen life, and they have their own experiences to share. I think um, in the process, maybe I'm going to learn so much more from them. Rather, in the journey that they have made in life, they have made their what should I say, their stand in life, the way they want to be, they want to become. They have achieved so much in their lives. So it's not like they are my sisters and so they're writing. I think they are their same themselves, and they have something to share with the world, and so they're writing. And I am just blessed and grateful to have such amazing sisters, that they are just not my sisters, they are strong, beautiful, compassionate, courageous individuals as well.
Well, that's exciting. I can't wait to be able to read your story. And
Absolutely, even me.
yeah, and if any indication in our past books and series, like every one of our books have become, best-selling authors or number one international bestsellers, and we're going to trust that this one's going to be the same. So if you're watching, you're a friend of Shelby's, please reach out to her, find out when the book's going to be available in the fall, and buy a copy, support Shelby, the author's the bestseller, and get an autograph, like get a personalized autograph one. Shelby, we're looking at COVID obviously has thrown a lot of monkey wrench into different things in the past, but we're looking forward to having a live launch, like a live book launch in Toronto,
Mhm,
Canada,
mhm.
the fall of this year. And traditionally, we have like 300 people at our book launch.
Mhm.
Are you excited to maybe be able to come up here and be on stage and share your kind of like a TED talk, right? Share your story on stage.
This is giving me like so much of thrill right now.
You
I'm
know, some
anyway
people
so
are afraid
super.
of public speaking and some people are not, right?
I love to talk, and what should I say? I just love to talk, and I have been on stage since a very, very young age. I don't even like, maybe 3 or 4, maybe around that age. I have been on stage. So for me, stage is a pleasurable space for me. It's not a fearful thing for me. I just love being on stage and talking to people. It's like a merge of two amazing things for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and who knows, I might even be there, in person to attend
Be
that.
amazing if you're here in person and you get to
Oh,
autograph your book. And we had like Tiffany Fenton, who was in our Empowering Women to Succeed series. She flew in from Costa Rica,
oh, wow.
right? And she shared her story on stage. And we had when we do our break, and we literally have hundreds of people waiting for you to autograph their books, and you literally get writer's cramp, right? And get ready because they all want to have their pictures taken with you. So it's quite an experience. It really is an incredible experience that we offer uh, for for our authors. Well, Shilpi, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I have a couple of questions, just a couple fun questions for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
I always like to end with like three questions, just so the folks can get to know you a little bit. You know
I'm a
who.
fan of these rapid fires of yours.
All right, so we'll call it rapid fire. So number one, what's your favorite? What is your favorite color?
I love all colors.
All colors, okay. But if you had to pick one, I know you asked
Black,
Swapta as well, and she said I love all colors, right? But if you had to pick one, what's one of your favorite colors?
black,
Black, okay,
white. Yeah.
okay. If you had to pick a favorite ice cream, if I asked your daughter what's your favorite ice cream, what do you think she would say?
Vanilla. She wouldn't say
Vanilla?
anything because I don't, I keep that thing shush shush on in our house, but then I know it's vanilla.
Amazing. All right, now my last question is this. Okay. If you had a magic wand right now and you could wave your magic wand and you could do one thing for Shilpi, not somebody else, like you as a life coach, you're always thinking about how to serve other people first. Does that make sense? I don't know if anybody else can
Absolutely.
relate to that. You're always thinking about how, if I can do something, I want to do something for somebody else. But for just this moment, right now, if you could wave a magic wand and there was one thing you could do for Shilpi, what would you do?
I would bless myself to be happy for the rest of the life, I think.
Wow. Amazing.
No, I don't know, but the first thought that came was I would love to help those people who are suffering in the world right now.
See,
But
again, you're
then
thinking
you,
of how can you help other
but then
people,
you said
right?
it was for me, so I was like, okay, then let me be happy.
Yeah.
I think for me, life is magical. It doesn't mean I need one moment or two. Every moment, if I look at it, it's beautiful. I think it is just incredibly beautiful.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much. You have such a beautiful spirit. And I want to thank you so much for you being part of our Landing for Success community and now being a co author here. And again, if anybody's watching and you have any questions about our upcoming book or would like to be a part of it, please reach out to Shilpi, right? And perhaps she can answer some of your questions, and you can be, part of our family of authors here as well. I'm going to welcome our good friend, co-founder Jay Jack Hanton. I see he just hopped on as well. Shelby, any final thoughts? Any final thoughts before you go for the folks who are watching?
Um, Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Even if you'll be watching the replay, it means a lot to me because just listening to me and knowing more about me, it's not that rocket science, but you are spending that time. I respect your time and I want to thank you. Stay blessed. And a special note that I want to say is thank you, Jay, and thank you, Gordon, for creating this platform. And honestly, from the moment Jay told me to read Think and Grow Rich and watch the movie, I think my just brain opened up and things changed. And I would like really say, if you're watching me, go and read Think and Grow Rich. And if you really want to do something in your life for yourself, don't stop yourself, even if it is writing a chapter in the book, I will be there, my sisters will be there, and so many other awesome, amazing individuals will be writing their stories. Feel free to reach out, even if you think that you cannot write, just you have the story, you cannot write. I think
We're,
Gordon would like
we're all going to
just,
help you, right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And if you,
So
and if we can't help you, our editor's going to help you, or like Keith in the UK, you know what he did? He just hired a ghostwriter who wrote the story for him.
yes, absolutely. So all sorts of resources are there. Don't just stop yourself from going where you want to go,
Yeah.
becoming what you want to become. Just break that shackle and just be the person you want to be. No matter what anyone says,
Wow.
just don't listen to them.
I
Just be
love
you
that. Say that again. Break those shackles
and be the person you want to be, no matter
and be the
whatever.
person you want to be.
Yeah, and no matter what anyone says, don't. No one matters. No one, absolutely no one. Only you
Except
matter.
yourself, right? Like,
Absolutely, life just starts with you and ends with you. So
just
just be
get
what
rid
you
of the
are.
naysayers. Well, Shilpi, I always like to, with my guests, find kind of like maybe one thing that jumped up for me. And then with your permission, maybe make an Instagram post,
Absolutely.
right? And what you just said, say that again about shackles. I may have to go back and re-listen to it.
Yes, it is. Break all your shackles and be the person you want to be.
I like that. So break all your shackles. You guys heard it here from Shilpi. Break all those shackles, right? And be the person you want to be. And look for it. That may become that may we may have a picture of you with an Instagram post with that with your permission. So thank you so
Oh,
much.
absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah. And again, for the folks who are watching, thank you so much for being here. And until the next time, everyone, have an amazing, enjoy
Thank you,
the rest
Gordon.
of
Thank you.
your
It was
day.
amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelby.